hello. Okay.
Are we live though?
We are live. Hello.
I was gonna say you're on the wrong camera, but you're not.
I think we should be on camera.
It doesn't look live.
It doesn't. It is live. I haven't set the camera up yet.
Oh, it doesn't need to say recording at the bottom when you're live through stream.
I don't think so. We're gonna just go ahead and just. I'm sorry, we're running late, so you have to deal with this here.
So I'm starting my lunch.
You're starting. That's okay. I'm having my lunch.
What's your lunch?
I've been on calls all day.
What is your lunch?
Overnight oats. So right on the table. I'll be eating while we go. Okay. Let's see.
I'm pulling up chat, I think.
Okay, let's see if we can get you to a shot where it's not completely... No,
I can move around.
Well, I want to zoom out because I need to get the shelves in.
You guys, I don't know why we didn't... Did you do a countdown?
Did I do a countdown? Yeah, the countdown was there for 2.5 minutes.
Oh, sorry. Guys.
Okay. I think we're good-ish.
I don't know how to find the video.
You have to go to YouTube.
Find the chat.
Go to the YouTube.
I'm at YouTube.
Okay, everyone, it is chaos. That's what it is right now. I need to change the mic so it's pointing a bit more this way. There we go. Okay. Nope, that's falling apart. I'm all out of love. There we go.
Round two.
Okay. We are making this work. We're moving lights around. Things are happening. Just bear with us because everything's a mess.
I knew that was going to happen and I just couldn't mute fast enough.
Yeah. Okay. This camera can move. We're going to move this down here. I didn't get everything. Okay, so for the record, I've been... Oh, the lighting's terrible here. Oh my gosh. I'm going to change the light in a second. I've been on calls...
Alexa, turn on computer backlight.
Okay.
I've been on calls since 9 o'clock.
Since this morning?
8:30 or 9:30? 8:30. I've been on calls straight since 8:30 this morning. It's been non-stop. It's been a day. It's almost like I have a job sometimes. But it has been meant that I have not been able to get this stuff set up properly yet. So we're doing that now. That's what's happening.
Alexa, set basement home theater to reading.
Okay.
Okay. So the wires are all crazy, but at least we got lights set up now properly.
I don't know, that light is like facing me.
Yeah, that's the point.
I know, but it's bright.
Okay. I got my overnight oats
Hello,
because...
everybody! This is a touchscreen, right? No.
It is a touchscreen, yes. You are in
we
top
just
chat.
Don't have much.
Top chat.
Oh, I had it fixed,
Live chat.
but when I popped it out,
yes, I know it bothers me every time. It's like they don't remember what you wanted.
Okay, guys, before I read chat, because I didn't get to say anything I wanted to, I'm gonna show you my lunch because I made this lunch myself and brought it over here. What is that?
My Awakened Realms miniature stories for the Great Wall.
Terrible. I'm gonna show you guys what's in my salad. I'm gonna show you my salad. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna do this and then explain. There you go. That's the vish. Okay. When I get to this part in chat, I want to know what you guys think is in the salad. Because I bet there's more things than you're even gonna guess, potentially.
I want to point out that Srebmi asked for more chaos streams.
But there's many things in here.
Srebmi asked for more chaos streams in 2025, and I do believe that talking about the food we're eating while showing them my Awakened Realms miniature mess, followed by setting up for a stream that we haven't started yet, I believe this qualifies as chaos streaming.
I'm but a girl.
We're going to do the same thing we did last time. We'll go for max hour and a half-ish as I move things around and continuously pretend that I actually am making this place cleaner and not...
And I just get cherry trout.
Yes.
Can I have a tissue, please?
You can absolutely have a tissue. Here you go.
Only because I really need to catch up on this at some point.
There's no catching up. It's all... Chat's very engaging.
already saying more of this chaos, please.
There will be... You know what? Honestly...
Ooh, guys, I put
honestly,
spicy stuff in
Meg,
this. Is a little spicy.
What if we make it a priority to... We can figure out what
Play
the
more
chaos...
games?
No, that's crazy.
Oh, wait. Can I tell you one of my priorities?
I love how I start a conversation with Meg. What about we? And immediately, there's no... I can never get to the end. Go ahead.
No, tell me.
No. Finish yours. What's your priority?
I kind of want to play every game I own this year. I know. But I kind of want to.
Before
I'm
or
tracking
after
all my
the purge?
plays.
After the purge would be a lot easier.
By the end of the year, yeah. After all purging by the end of the year.
No, I'm saying, but you have to purge half your collection that you're never going to play first, and then it's a reasonable challenge.
I agree, but also what I'm saying is if I don't play it by the end of the year, I do have to get rid of it.
Oh, that's dangerous.
I know.
I'm
never going to do it. I'm just going to talk about it. What about you? What was the thing you were going to say?
Oh, yeah, my thing. I was going to say, right now we're doing these chaos streams while we organize this. Well, I organize this and you tell chat you care with them. But what if we made it a priority to try to do some form of chaos stream on at least a once, but probably like what, 3-week basis?
There's plenty of things that could
There's
be
a
done
lot of
during.
things you can do. We could just sit there
Like
and sleeve.
assembling inserts.
Yeah, that would be chaos. I can assemble one Sharp Joe inserts, which I just got, the Lorcana ones. I can assemble one Sharp Joe inserts while Meg reads chat. I could sleeve Dominion. I have the entire Dominion 2nd edition. I could sleeve Dominion while Meg reads chat. There's so much opportunity.
So they
here.
want you to purge again today.
I did see that.
I'm not against it.
I think it was Shrevmy said, can we convince Alex to purge a game? And
Do
the
you want
answer,
more lights, or is this just like all the lights you have?
I feel like it's all the lights you have.
Are those dimmed?
Um,
I feel like over here is so dark.
you
This
know
place
what?
is
You know
a
what?
dungeon.
Let me go here. Go V. But what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so I mean, if you want me to purge a game, you have to give me a good reason. It can't just be like, purge a game. Someone pointed out Titans, and I realized that I've stopped even considering playing Titans, and because it's part of my backdrop, I don't even think of it as an unplayed game. It's just there. So that was a good reason. I'm totally on board with that. If you give me good reasons, we can have good conversations. If you don't give me good reasons, well then I don't really care. It does feel like this is reading mode?
I don't know.
It does feel dimmer than usual.
Yeah.
Anyways, I mean, I think it's because usually the lighting is pointing this way and that lighting is pointing this way right now. It's well lit from their perspective-ish.
Jeremy, are we still quiet?
She thinks we're quiet?
She said it way at the beginning, so it could have been I wasn't like talking
Also,
loud yet.
if I'm over there,
Let me know.
if I'm over there, I'm talking to the back
I'm
of
gonna
the
talk
mic.
louder too.
So talking over here is where it matters. I'm still moving the chairs out of the way so we can have less chair chaos.
Brian just said, well, he didn't. Brian said a while ago.
Yeah.
Now Alex brings all the chairs in because people said there were none.
Yes,
So
I
now
did.
they're all being taken
I
out.
did see that
We
comment.
were just late today.
I'm gonna move this
Alex,
out of the
the
way.
sweater is fire today.
I'm actually taking it off. There's that from George.
Mm-hmm.
George is a sweater person. George is a sweater person. Not only is George a sweater person, this is the kind of sweater George wears. Whenever I put the sweater on, I think of George. I'm not taking it off because of you. I'm taking it off because trying to
working
organize
now?
games with sleeves is less fun. But I do.
Sermi said, I was going to make chili for lunch, but I don't have all the ingredients. Now I'm at a loss. Sermi, what ingredients are you missing that you can't make chili? Do you have enough? Also, I made like a ramen broth the other day with potato gnocchi, and the broth was good. I bought miso paste for the first time in my life. I've never cooked with it before. I enjoy cooking a lot. I've never cooked with miso paste. Oh man. I've always liked the flavor, but it is so tasty.
Okay, I think I'm at a point where I can start organizing. Well, I gotta move this stuff from Iridia. Last time we had this side covered and Iridia uncovered. This time we have Iridia uncovered, which makes more sense for the various games I'm gonna be dealing with. I don't even know what I'm doing yet, by the way. I just figured the stuff to do.
Hello, Joey. Hello, everybody. Oh, it just jumped on me. Always Fresh said foldable padded chairs for the win. I have both those and regular chairs. My extra chairs are padded ones. Oh, somebody said she's pivoting to a Mexican bowl, which is also delicious. Make some hot rice. I wish if I had hot rice, I would put that under this. But I was traveling. I was here just in time.
Alright.
Yeah, Garrett, I have a lot of Pyrex. But you know.
Okay, I'm mostly okay with these cubbies. I'm okay with these cubbies. Although my son, here's what my son likes to do. My son plays with these games. So what he does is, he walks down, this is a regular thing, unless this is Meg doing this, which by the way, going forward, she probably will start doing it now. But on a regular basis, I try to pull out my games so that they're roughly the right distance from the wall, and then I'll come downstairs and a bunch of them will be pushed in. And every time, I think that's him, that's Rafiki, looking for miniatures games to pull out. And so he pushes the games in while trying to decide which games he wants to play. So my games are constantly, my shelf games, even if I haven't played them, they're constantly being moved. So unless you're messing with me, it's Rafiki.
It's the ghost.
It could be the ghost. Alright, so I'm mostly happy with this. This looks good, right? Forget where the individual cubbies, it looks good. Except for this one, which I need a paddle.
Send me. I'm not sure. I think I was. Am I not on the Level Up website?
Are you not? Oh,
I know I used to be.
you were at one point. I don't know if you are this year. I can check. You should be.
Yeah.
But there's a lot
That
of
may
things
just
that
be
should
an accident. But I will definitely be there. Slightly sad news, which actually Alex doesn't know yet. I don't know if I should say it.
So, no, tell me.
Well, there's someone who was going that probably isn't going.
Danielle.
No, I'll tell you later. Why would you do this live? Don't just start
Who?
asking questions. Don't just start asking questions. If I decided not to say it, I just realized.
Someone's not going?
Yeah.
Do I like them?
Yeah.
How much do I like them?
Oh my god, why are we doing this?
Because how do I not know?
You guys, I'm
What's
so
that mean?
sorry.
What's that
I'm
mean?
so sorry because I feel like a jerk doing this right now.
Type it on
It's
the
not.
browser.
It's non-consequential, and it's you guys are fine about
Type it on the browser. Okay. That is sad.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's sad, but
yeah. Right.
Okay.
Right. That's what I'm saying. It's all fine. It's fine.
Also, you
It's
probably
not a
tell
big
them
deal.
it's not a special guest.
It's not a special guest.
Because they're all probably wondering too.
It
It's
is
just
not a special
It's just a friend
guest.
of ours. It's a friend of ours.
Yes. It's just
Okay.
someone that I was excited.
Meaning we have to
do.
manage our disappointment, not
Yes.
yours.
So sorry. So sorry. This is like so much more than it needed.
Also, this is why it's called a chaos
But I
stream,
am
because-
excited. Okay, wait. But yes, first of all, before we keep going with chat, I will be at Level Up. I am super excited for Level Up. Couple things to talk about for Level Up. More to come on details on things that I am doing. But one of the things that I am doing is I'm bringing the treasure chest back. So I am going to figure out exactly what the system will be based on like how many things I have to bring, but I have many more things than I had last year. And if you, those of you that know, I usually bring a treasure chest and it's filled with like things I've gotten from different publishers stuff that is something that I might not keep. So there's like certain style hats that I don't wear. I've gotten a ton of water bottles that I just don't need. There's a lot of pins, there's a lot of promos, things like that, duplicates of things that I have. So it's a whole bunch of different stuff. And basically what I do is you get like a little punch board that for every so many games you play. This is the part I still haven't decided on. I think I'm just going to cap you to like 2 things per day until Sunday. But every like 3 to 5 games that you play, you'll get a prize from the box. So for those that you enjoyed it last year, or those of you that will be there and haven't seen it yet, there's going to be way better stuff there than last year that I think I'm even going to space some stuff out. And I might potentially do like small game stuff. We'll see. Because I have a lot of stuff.
You like how I put Wondrous Creatures next to Arnak? Because it stands on the
Oh,
side.
that looks beautiful.
You see? I like it.
Oh my gosh, too bad there's a new box coming out. That's
For Arnak? No.
Is it exactly like that?
So the question is the new box taller or wider?
Oh my gosh, you should put Beast with Wondrous Creatures. Does that fit together? I don't think they will. They're right there. I think it's too
Oh,
wide.
that copy's... Have you looked at this copy?
That's what I was just saying.
It's Run, Beast, Mind Management.
Okay.
That's all hidden movement games.
That's fair.
That's
fair.
beautiful.
That's clever. I want to play Beast.
And then
so
the last
bad.
game fits in perfectly. It's not hidden movement, but it is like 2-player worker placement.
Ooh, you guys, let's play Wondrous Creatures at Level
Srebby
Up.
specifically wanted a copy. I believe. So Srebby...
We will all... Oh my gosh.
I need to reach out to them and double check. They were happy to... This is a long story, but complicated back stuff. But effectively... There's a system out there called Envoy, which works with conventions as far as play-to-wins. The tricky part is, the Wondrous Creatures people, bad comment, they're happy to send us Wondrous Creatures, but we're also subscribed to Envoy. So, they're not sending Wondrous Creatures because Envoy, they'll send it through Envoy and they don't want to send it twice. This has me terrified that we're going to end up with them sending it 0 times. So I am going to double check with them because it is one, like I just found my review for it. Actually, my review went up today. I still haven't timestamped it. I'm very excited about Wondrous Creatures and I definitely want it there as a hot game, so...
Is there a solo mode of that?
What? What do you?
Is there a solo mode?
I assume so. Someone tell me if
Pull it
there's a
out.
solo mode to it.
Just see. Let's just see. By the time we get to that part in chat, I won't remember what they'll say. Yes, there's a solo mode.
Yeah.
I borrow that.
The game that I just put back in.
You guys, I just tried YRO for the first time.
You
I
tried
liked
what?
it. YRO. Y.
Y-R-O.
R. Oh. I did backwards R, and I don't know if that was correct for you guys.
Alright, food
Okay.
is done.
Joey says he'll bring me a booster pack of Arthurian Legends next time he comes up. I'm very excited to check that out. Srebmy says, how many games are in your collection? Srebmy, that's something I was literally thinking about both yesterday and today. Is that I haven't cataloged my games
Yeah, go ahead.
in at least a year and a half. I have them on BGG.
Check out Board Game Ramblings. They did a video on having too many games. That it's a good video. I like it, but basically they talk about how they have like 800 games and over 150
I don't think
unplayed
it's
games.
800.
You don't have 800, no.
I would
But-
guess like maybe 5 though, which is
But I think here's the thing I think is
insane.
crazy. I think from those 500 games, there's a good 150 that there's never a chance you're ever going to play.
Oh,
Well,
yeah. Yeah, I agree. I think it's time. Okay, so here's the thing. Here's the thing that I'll tell you guys. Here's the chaos. This is my plan. I have way too many games. I'm officially at the point... I hit the point where I store games places they shouldn't be, and then I buy more furniture for it. And I bought two 2x8 Calluses last year. And I can't do that again. I can't just buy more Calluses. It's insane.
I am of the opinion that... No, go ahead.
What?
Finish.
No, you're fair. You're so fair.
I'm of the opinion that shelf space, for most people, not for everyone. If you live in a tiny apartment, it is what it is. For most people, I don't think shelf space is ever the limiting factor. I think the limiting factor is money. Like, people shouldn't be spending thousands of dollars unless they can afford to. And then secondly, I believe the main limiting factor is time. Just because you have money, just because you have space, if you are someone who buys games to play them, if you buy them because you're a collector, if you sit there and say to yourself, if you can say out loud, I am buying this, I don't care if I ever play it, I just want to own it. If you can say that out loud, then fine, you're a collector. Versus if you let that happen, but you wouldn't say that out loud, then you're a player with FOMO. And so to that end, I think time is the limiting factor. There's so many. You have some real crap in your collection, and I'm not even insulting you. Half of that is for me.
No. Here's the thing. I stopped purging, so a lot of it is even things that I've gotten for free that were like bulk extra things that I was just like, yeah, sure, I'll take it. Sure, I'll take it. What is wrong with me? I have taken so many... Like, I'm just like the dumpster of games, I feel like, where I will take any games that are being given out anywhere. Not given out, but like friends that are getting rid of things. If anyone doesn't want anything, I'm like, don't get rid of it.
My favorite part is 2 minutes from now, Meg's gonna be like, guys, I'm coming to level up with a whole bunch of games to just give away.
No, but those are good ones. Those are specific ones. Those are ones that are still in shrink.
Why does being in shrink make it a good game?
Okay, I meant that 2 separate things. I meant to say they're not used, and they're ones that I would personally stand by, and that's why they're there.
That matters.
But they're not like that's why I'm keeping my own. You know. Okay, that was a huge, huge tangent to say. Here's my plan. I need to call games. I want to potentially film the process, but my house is decorated to the nines for Christmas. There's so much Christmas stuff everywhere still that I need to take it all down, and I have level up coming. So what I think my plan is to take everything down and have my house in order before level up. That way I come home to a completely clean house, and then I'll start doing the filming process of culling and stuff. So that way I kind of have like a little bit of a buffer time to think about what I want to keep and stuff. But like, you guys, there's so much to go through. I was thinking a lot about, the other day I was in my game room, and I was thinking a lot about, so I'm playing Clank Legacy 2, and I was looking a lot at my Clank Legacy 1.
In addition to what?
Huh?
In addition to what?
What do you mean?
I'm making a bad joke.
Oh.
You say I'm playing Clank Legacy 2.
I see.
So it's a terrible joke. It was not funny.
I got you. I was like, that made me
Don't
choke.
die.
I was looking a lot at Clank Legacy 1, and I'm not going to play that again. So now it's like, what do I do? How long do I keep that?
Who are you asking?
Myself.
Oh, okay, fine.
I'm talking about the inner monologue. That's my inner monologue. You can feel free to answer if you want to answer.
So, here's my answer. Do you plan on keeping Clank Legacy... Okay, are you not playing Clank Legacy 1 anymore?
Probably not.
Okay. Do you plan on keeping...
I would assume for no other reason except for like an insane happenstance.
Do you plan on keeping it forever?
Oh, actually though, I think that my one reasoning for keeping Clank Legacy 1... now I'm trying to remember. But what was your question?
You don't plan on playing it again. Do you plan on keeping it forever?
That's the maybe. That's where I'm not sure. Like Gloomhaven, I could like maybe keep forever.
So if the answer to the forever question is yes or even maybe, fine. As soon as the answer is not forever, but just, well, not forever, but just I'm not ready to get rid of it yet, then the question is why.
Yeah.
As soon as it's not forever, what are you holding on to?
I think for me, I am in that collector stance of like, I'm okay with like a shelf of like the bottom of my shelf having a couple big games like that I like, I don't know.
Listen, I'm not emotional. Well, I'm emotional-ish. I'm not. What's the word I'm looking for? Nostalgic? No. Sentimental. I'm not sentimental.
I was gonna say empathetic, but that's. I know I was trying to not.
I'm not
think of the word.
sentimental.
Yeah.
But I don't try to remove that from others. You're allowed to be sentimental. I'm just not.
Here's the one thing I'll say, which I've also thought about with those legacy games that I want to get rid of. Or that I'm thinking about getting rid of. Oh, that I just took a bite of food. I'm very artsy. And I'm thinking about using it to make like a art piece with all the components before, and like instead of just getting rid of it. So getting rid of like the majority of the game, but actually like repurposing it into art. And there's a couple things I've actually done that with already. So we'll see. But that's my thought. Now I really need to read chat because I have not looked at chat enough at all. Oh, well, Jesse said, right where I'm at in chat, Jesse said, this episode needs more Meg Chaos. And then later, like 3 times last episode's level. And then I went on a tangent for a really long time. So I feel like that worked. I agree 100% with you on Wondrous Creatures. I really hope they come out with double-sided overlay boards with new maps in the future. It really is an amazing game, though. Yeah, I really quite enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot.
It's great. And the expansion stuff's great, too.
Uh-oh.
What's up?
I just got bumped in the chat. I just gotta find out where I was.
Yeah, that's not usually
It jumped around on me.
It does do that. This chat's a little crazy sometimes.
George, did I say something about Camp Co-op? I'm not sure what I said. This is planned chaos, Brian, but that's only because it's planned chaos.
No. It's not planned chaos. That's
It's planned chaos.
Yes. There we go. Yes. This is not planned chaos. This is a planned reorganizing of the shelves with the full and certain knowledge that chaos is going to happen, and it is what it is. But it's slightly different. It's not like you can't plan chaos streams. You can allow them to happen.
Does Alex rate Vestige a 5 out of 5 like Vindication?
Ooh, tough question. I struggle with this. Why is it always Vestige with you guys? Every stream it's Vestige. I think it's a 5 out of 5, but it comes with a caveat that's very hard, because the caveat is, I think it's harder to be as excited about Vestige as I am about Vindication. And that's, I think it's some of it's nostalgia, some of it's the fact that things that Vestige does is not things I care about. Like a solo mode is great, but like I don't care about that. Having a AI player, like the cooperative mode I'm intrigued by, but that's not fully developed yet. So Vestige, and then the fact that it's a smaller footprint also makes it a little less premium, and it's cheaper. So I think Vestige does a lot of things well, and I love Vestige. Vestige is great. But like in most cases, I think instinctively I'd be like, I'd rather play Vindication. Versus I think Everdell Farshore and Everdell is a little bit like, because I don't know what it is. I think Everdell as a big box is a little overwhelming, and Farshore does enough things that are more different than what the Vestige does. Like the thing Vestige does I like the most are those cards that give you kind of tasks as you hit the points. Mm-hmm. Like I really like that. The subterfuge cards or whatever they're called. I don't know what they're called. They're called something else. So Vestige, I think it's a 5 out of 5. It's too close to Vindication not to be. But sometimes I struggle with things that are a little bit too close to other things if I don't need both. Like something I've struggled with in the past. I remember like there was just to give you random things. There was a game once that someone sent me to cover that was a re-implementation of an older game. And I said I'd rather not cover it after playing it. I said I'd rather not cover it. And the reason wasn't it was bad. It was probably a solid 3.5. But I would never, ever, 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 ever have picked it over the original. The original was just better. And so it was a 3.5 that I was like, yeah, it's a 3.5.
I know what game it is.
No, you don't. It might be another one, but you don't know this game. What's the game? You can say.
Unfathomable?
No, I never played that one. Never played either of those. I know I played Battlestar Galactica. I didn't play Unfathomable. But it's a random game. They actually got similar feedback and they're retooling it, so it still hasn't come to crowdfunding. But like to me, it was a 3.5 that I would never even think of recommending, because always play game A. Now Vestige is not like that. There are reasons to recommend Vestige over Vindication, but it falls into that mode where it's like, is it a 5 out of 5? Well, I don't have the same level of excitement as I have for a 5 out of 5, but that's because it's a little bit too close to another game. So yeah, I think it's a 5 out of 5, but I'm probably still more of a Vindication fanboy. Hopefully that answers the question.
I do think it's more approachable, and like if you're not familiar with either, up to you and how big of a game you play, but I think Vestige is a good way to start. Hello, Storm and Wolf. Pariah says, there's the nipple lights. Can we just crop the nipples out?
I don't think you can say that on stream without being demonetized.
You should,
I should what?
What is it called? When you is it censor? Like you should blur pixelate it so that it looks.
I should blur the nipple lights, dear Lord.
As a joke. God. Hello, Ryan. Hello, Allison. Ryan says, I'm ready for Alex to make up arbitrary reasons why he's allowed to keep games he doesn't need.
What do you mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? I don't know what that means.
Sarabhi said, volume is good, can hear you both well.
You
Garrett
are so
said,
far back. Oh my gosh.
I know. They haven't even gotten to what my salad's made out of, although I don't know if anyone ever guessed.
No. They've gotten to what your salad's made out of. You haven't gotten to where they respond.
Yeah, I don't think I have, but I feel like I don't know. I'm not sure. Okay. Where now oh no, you guys, I scrolled. Okay. Garrett said, can we get a house tour?
A full house tour is probably not. Here's the thing. Oh my gosh. Ow. To do a full house tour, everything has to be clean enough at the same time. It never is. I go room by room and I rearrange the mess. It gets a little tidier each time, but then the kids make it messier again. So I don't know if I would ever do a full house tour. Ever's a strong word, because like also you haven't seen, like, I moved into this place 6 months ago. There's rooms that still haven't been painted that I still need to paint. There's like, this was a good deal of a house because it needed a lot of work. The room that got all the work in the beginning was this room, and then it's been slow going since then. So maybe one day, but like right now it'd be like, I guess I'm not excited to show you all parts of the house. There's other parts that I could be excited to show you. There's the printer / 3D printer room, which is chock full of every mess you could possibly imagine and way too much stuff.
You didn't show that room in the 3D printer video?
No, I did the 3D printer here. I brought it down here. Yeah. Anyways, I don't know if I would do a full house tour because I'm just not as excited to show you everything in the house. So I like to be excited about things that I do. Ow, my back.
You'll get a house tour of my house because my house is cool as fuck.
Hey!
I get one.
Hey! The good news is the people who are most upset about those things don't make it this
All the
far
cool
into
people are
videos.
here. Yeah. It's only, by the time I get to their upset comments.
No, they
I
don't
won't
make
even
it.
know what they're upset
The
about.
people who are upset about that usually don't make it this far into these videos.
I know. Sorry, guys. Robbie says, it looks like a Mr. Rogers sweater. I feel you need to sing and change your shoes.
Wait, what's happening? What was
That
that?
your sweater looks like a Mr. Rogers sweater.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Won't you come along with me? I might be Is it Ride Along With Me? I don't remember.
I don't know.
There's so much to do, so much to see.
Oh. I have a Mr. Rogers fact.
Ooh, tell me more.
My dog, Mifa, when I was going to say when I rented her, my brain is not fully firing. When I first adopted her, her name at the shelter was Lady Elaine, which I think is a character from Mr. Rogers. I never really watched it, so I don't really know, but that was like what her name was. But she was a stray that they found, so she had that name for like a few months. That's just what they called her. They called her Lady most of the time. And now she knows her name. Stormy was missing yellow onion and green. Oh no, did I already go past that? No. Yellow onion and green pepper. That is very, very sad. Onion is a top tier ingredient. Top tier onion. I think purple onion is my most purchased food item. But I've been on a mushroom kick as well. How do you store all your Cthulhu Death May Die? Running into an issue here trying to condense the boxes.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Sorry. Sorry, I'm half expecting a call from a plumber at any point, so I'm just leaving my phone not on silent.
What are you doing?
I'm half expecting a call from a plumber at any
Oh,
moment.
I thought you were going to say delivery.
So, no, I don't think I'm expecting delivery today. Although, you know it's really sad. I was expecting both Dragon Eclipse and Puerto Rico from Awakened Realms, okay? And so I got an Awakened Realms box, and I told Rafiki, I was like, there's dragons in it, it's so exciting, because I forgot that I was accepting Puerto Rico. And then I opened the box, and he was not impressed by Puerto Rico.
That's sad.
I did show him the Dragon Eclipse page, and he's excited again, but now I have to wait for that. Anyways, Cthulhu Death May Die. So what I do for Cthulhu Death May Die, I could probably show you.
Bet you learned your lesson to check
I learned
before
my
you
lesson.
tell them that it's there.
So, here's what we got. Each season is currently its own box. I have not bothered to cross-contaminate yet. And I'll show you what I did, because I think it's decent enough. If you're like, well, why isn't it less than this? Because I think it's very hard. The fact that every episode box has its own thing, and every Elder God has its own thing, it means it's harder to condense this the way I typically would with many Simon things. Also, ignore the incredibly bright glare on my face. I'm too close to the big light. Anyways, I just want to show you this. So, box 1, I don't think you'll be able to see very well, but box 1 is all the tiles, and then, maybe I'll take these tiles out. So I'll take this all the tiles, and then literally.
Should we just play right now? Like, I mean,
No,
you're
no,
basically.
That's another chaos stream.
You're
Whoa.
Oh, that scared me.
Another chaos stream. Okay.
You're basically already halfway set up.
No, so here we go. Right, we got to put these all out, all this, and here we go. So it's all.
We could play Iridia.
All the episodes are over here. So all the episode boxes and a bunch of the Cthulhu ones, and then all the various tokens. Then all the tiles are in here because they go in pretty decently. If I'm not, I wonder how long it'll take me to do this because I organized them properly last time. But it should go in fine enough. Let's put this over here like so. No, let's put these in first. That's gonna be a problem. Okay, because there's a way to do this slightly more efficiently, but it's good enough anyway. So that's box one. Box one kind of recondenses all the stuff. This is season 3 and 4, by the way, just in case it wasn't clear. Season 1 is its own box. Great. Box 1 is done.
I think I just like disassociated that whole time.
That makes sense. Checks out. Alright, then box 2. Box 2.
We have so much. Oh no, it's not that bad.
Box 2 is the giant Neorothrop, and then every other miniature bagged and unbagged. Investigators bagged, monsters unbagged, cultists bagged, and then Neorothrop.
Blah blah blah.
Okay? And then box number 3, and that one's with extra space if I needed to. Like if I was trying to combine the seasons, I could probably get it down to 4, maybe 5 boxes. And then box number 3 is just like some extra rulebook stuff over there, and then the remaining like special episodes and investigators at the bottom. So again, there is extra space going on here, but it's not a ton because I do keep all the boxes. Like I don't open up like the mini boxes. So that's kind of the answer. Why don't I open the mini boxes? Because then you'd have to find amongst a giant rubble. Because
isn't that literally Zombicide when you play it?
No, because in Zombicide, all stuff is accessible. When you play Cthulhu Death May Die, you're only using one Elder God box and only one.
But isn't that the same when you're playing it like the hero in Zombicide? Don't you have to find that one hero miniature?
Yeah, but every so for the heroes, sure, but meaning the heroes are a giant pile that I pull up miniatures. That's true for both these two games. But for the episodes, I would not want. If you imagine...
I guess I just don't see the difference between, like, 20 investigators and 20 different monsters.
Sure, because when you play an episode, you'd have to find every token. Every token, every card.
Well, no, you would put those in, like, a plastic bag or whatever.
Or you could have everything.
It's just the miniatures that take up all that space. The cards, you could just do a dex, like Arkham Horror.
You possibly could. I'm someone who's... You guys have seen how crazy I am with my games, and I wouldn't do that.
I'm just saying. I wouldn't do that. Ooh, Ryan says we have a recipe for tingly miso pork ramen that is fire. That sounds delicious. Is it spicy? It sounds like it would be. Joe says, hello, you two love the channel. I'm right down the road from you in Brooklyn, Ohio.
Cool, Joe. If you want to play games, hit me up.
I have no idea where that is, but that's
it's in Ohio.
It sounds like it should be in New York.
Useless. Okay.
Nathan says, great setup. I'm jealous.
I'm not happy where this goes. Where did these go?
Say thank you.
Thank you.
I know. See, that's the thing is when I don't like that Calix's don't actually fit games perfectly. So my game room is Hemna's bookcases, also from IKEA, but they're like bookcases, and you can adjust the height, and then I just do them like all the same height in one row. And yeah, I don't love that these tend to have like they don't always fit everything perfect at all. Jeremy said he probably puts all of the minis in one box and shakes them vigorously once a week because he's a terrible person.
Who does? I do?
Yeah, for your Death May Die story.
No, that's what Death May Die?
Yeah, she
that's
was
too new.
Because she was answering someone. How do you spell Death May Die? He probably puts them all in a box and shakes it.
Yeah, why not? What's wrong with that? I'm basically testing the miniatures for you. I'm testing to see how... Where did I put this?
Clash with Doom says, what game is on the table right now? Clash with Doom. I don't know if you mean that's Hannah Makoji, if you just mean the little one over there. Inside the table is Iridia, I believe. But there may have been other games on the table when you asked. So I don't actually know what you were asking about. But those are the two I can answer.
Okay, I'm actually pretty happy with how this is going. I'm almost done.
Don't worry, you guys. Don't worry about Level Up. It's going to be fun. It's going to be great.
Don't worry about Level Up. What's happening?
Never mind.
Are they freaking out over the person who's missing?
Yeah. Don't worry.
Also, I'm going to talk to them. I said them.
I know.
I was very specific.
I know. Okay.
Where did I put this?
No, I'm definitely going. And yes, Jenna is definitely going.
I said non-official guest, but then again, they didn't get that part yet.
Yeah. They just said Jenna specifically, so I'm confirming.
Okay.
You should buy 3 instead of 2. That's what I did. I should get another Calyx. You know, Jesse, I thought about it. Because honestly, I have, okay. My entire basement, which is like this one, is all games stuff. And like my studio.
When you say it's like this one, what does that mean?
Like a double, like a big long basement.
Oh, it's a big basement, okay.
Yeah, it's a big long
I
basement.
was like, I don't think our basements are that similar.
No. It's just a long, it's like, it's a similar room size-ish. And then I also have a regular game room. And then I also have, like, a little room that's my extra game room. And that extra game room could use more shelving. I'm just saying. Like, it could use more furniture in it. It doesn't need it, but it could. And who am I but a girl to do interior designing and make the room look better?
I am but a girl. Okay. So, right now...
Stormy said yes for buying more furniture or a bigger house for expanding the collection. Stormy, that's out of character for you, because you're also pro-cull, and now I understand that you're just pro-content.
She's pro-chaos.
Pro-chaos.
This is not about what she thinks is reasonable.
She wants me to expand my collection just to cull it even harder.
This is about what she thinks is fun. It's a whole different kind of toxicity.
Stormy,
Because
then...
this is the thing. She will sit there and she'll encourage you to get all the games,
I know.
and then she'll encourage you to cull. She's not a good friend.
Yes, she is. She's here to... Women support women. Stormy said, 25 minutes in, no games organized. We're on schedule.
What do you... How... What time is it?
I don't know.
She's 20 minutes.
Yeah.
That's 20 minutes ago.
I need a battery thing.
That's 20 minutes ago.
I need to plug this in, probably.
I know what my battery thing is. That's 20 minutes ago, by the way. Also, this is why you shouldn't use a laptop for this. The laptop's not good for
20% remaining.
The laptop's not good for hour and a half long streams. But I will be back.
You got time.
I'll be back. I'll be back. Soon.
I have so many massive games still in the delivery box. What does that mean, Michael? The delivery
still in
box.
the brown box.
Like the brown box that they came in? I mean, then you can always just resell them if you don't end up playing with them. You guys, I am worried that chat might just die on me because the coloring of the screen just like went a titch darker, that like it was 20%. Now I think I'm at 19, so I think everything's fine. It says I have 37 minutes left, but if chat goes away, I'm coming right back. What? What?
Don't trust the 37 minutes.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I just won't be able to see you, but you'll be able to see and hear me. So, and I promise I'm coming back. Wait a second, are Alex's shelves not up against the walls? Did he split his basement with Calyx's? Yes, George. So that was actually my idea. I will take full credit. Is that Alex has a projector and he wanted to put that down here. And I was like, I worked in a store that kind of did a similar thing like this, but they actually did like multiple little like sitting areas. And so I was like, why don't you do it and make it look like a room? So there's a room inside of there, and there's like a couch that points toward a projector inside of there. It's like a whole room size in there, honestly. This is the room. I think it's the news and week in review. That's where Alex films from. Whichever one he does from a couch. Is it news and week in review that you do on the couch?
Generally.
That's that.
That's that.
That's
what?
in there.
There?
They were like, whoa, do you have another room in there?
So it's a home theater room. Like there's a projector set up. But I don't actually use the projector because I use my screen upstairs most of the time because I have these fun Govee backlights that I love. I cannot recommend Govee backlights.
Should I put
enough.
this into the side here?
Yeah.
Because there's USB-C ports as well.
Yep.
And I'm like, I don't know what...
See if it says if it's charging or not. If it's charging, it
That's
means it's
true.
working. Is it charging?
Ooh, it went up but then down. Wait. It did go up for a minute. That must be what's like still in the pad.
I was just recognizing the fact
Because
that
it brightened up for a minute, but then it
Now
went
is it
dark.
charging?
Yep, see now it went bright again.
Anyways, I recommend Govee backlights. I think they're great. They add a lot to the presentation, so I use the projector as my backup room now at this point. It's a cheap projector, don't worry. It's like $150. It's not like a... You can get like some expensive projectors, which I do recommend if you really want to have like multiple home theaters properly set up for different options. Also, it's a bigger screen. But anyways, so right now, it is a backup movie watching room. It's got the couch. It's often the more the cozy room. It's got a couch. It's got a foof. I recommend Buy Big Joe. Buy Big Joe has these like relatively affordable. Because what's that company that's crazy expensive?
Jesse said first Chaos beer opened. I feel the need to point out this is a polar seltzer.
Oh, I should have seltzer. Anyways, what's the company? Lovesack. Lovesack is the one that has like crazy expensive. I've never tried Lovesack. I can't say if they're good. But Buy Big Joe has like for like, again, $150 or so. They have a pretty solid beanbag that I do recommend. Beanbag chair. It's not beanbag. It's FUF, which stands for Fluff Up Foam. It's foam. I like it. It's heavy to flip, which you have to do here and there. Anyways, I'm just telling you stuff that goes on in the back room there. So,
It's so called.
Maybe I should do the next week in review from my FUF.
There you go.
I think it's
that
cozy.
doesn't sound right at all.
For my foof? It's a beanbag. For my beanbag chair. Beanbags are no longer beanbags. 99% of beanbag chairs are not actually beanbags anymore.
They're not made out of beans?
They're not made out of beanbags.
I did just listen to a thing
Tell me more.
today on Beanie Babies.
That is amazing. Incredible.
That's kind of similar. Like, what are the odds?
1 in 7.
Okay, so.
Because if you think about it, how many things we talk about every day, how many different cross boxes are? You only have to cross match on one. That's 1 in 7.
And it's beans. The most important factor on too many games, what is the rate you play games, and as well as how often do you call or get rid of them? Yeah, so the thing, Nathan, is that I definitely play a lot. Do I play all of, like, the old ones and things like that? No, not really, not enough. But also, I don't call, like, I've just been getting them. And here's the thing. Again, not to, like, complain, right?
This is the wrong shot. This is the wrong stack. This... 1 second, I'm sorry. I just put a bunch of games over there that I need to review. These are games I need to play. No, it's fine. Those ones are fine. This is wrong.
What was I gonna say?
You're talking about how the rate of games you call?
Oh, I am a small female. It is freezing outside. I don't want to get rid of anything. I don't even want to take my trash out right now with how much snow is out and, like, how cold it's been. I do it all like an adult. I put my dog out every morning, every night we go out, but I don't want to. So where I should call, it's kind of the thing where it gets to the problem where it's like, then it doesn't feel manageable for someone like me. Like, I can carry, like, 2 to 3 games at a time, and that's it. Whereas, like, sometimes I'll see Alex, like, grab, like, so many, it blows my mind. Where, like, there are some where, like, it's the only thing I could be carrying. So, not to complain, but, like, it's kind of hard. And I don't want to do it in the cold. It's too cold right now. Maybe in the spring. That's the thing, is why we have to figure this out. Because I need to get rid of games. But I also need to figure out, like, a process now of, like... Again, I don't even want to do my recycling right now. It sucks. It's too cold. I sound so old.
You are so old.
Alex, you need to get those Marvel Champion expansions put into One Sharp Joe boxes.
I have the One Sharp Joe box. It's not assembled yet because they're the legacy. I like Marvel Champions. I need to play it more. That and a dozen other things. Ooh. I want to put Marvel Champions in my 10x10 challenge.
Yeah, Brian says, luckily a cube will hold 4 One Sharp Joe boxes, and that's how many boxes it takes for all the content right now. Marco says, tell us about Level Up. Marco, because I think I did, maybe, ask me more. Let me know. Let me know what you guys are excited about and who's going to be there. You didn't mention Camp Co-op. Alex was saying he wanted to stream again, planned Chaos. I said, oh, so like Camp Co-op.
No,
I see.
So here's the problem.
I think it will be on Board Game Co., but I think we will try to stream more.
Well, so here's the thing. Here's my issue. And this might be a solvable issue, but I do think that I am done... I think I'm done with late night streaming. What?
Monica said, hey all, let's see how professionals reorganize their shelves. Let me know if you found the channel that's professionals reorganize.
Yeah, please, let us know. I do think I'm done with late night streaming, and it's not a lack of enjoying it. It's the fact that I find my evenings are so in demand between giving the kids like frequent movie time or fun time or playing games and whatnot, between the game nights I have for fun and between the game nights I have for content. I do find that my evenings are never available, and then I travel every like 4 weeks, so my evenings are very tough. I am very open to finding another time to do a consistent game. Like Meg, if you wanted to do a consistent Camp Co-op game thing you do in the day, or even inconsistent, I'm open to that. I just don't think, I think night streaming, it takes up my entire evening, and the problem is, a real problem, and I'm not being sarcastic, a real problem is, I think a lot of time last year, not this year fortunately, this is going good, a lot of time last year was spent focusing exclusively on the games I had to play, and only getting to infrequently play the games that I'm just playing because I want to play a game. And I'm trying to change that because I do think...
There was a lot last year, especially like all of a sudden.
Yeah, I do think that my enjoyment of this hobby is incredible. My enjoyment of this hobby, I love it. I love what I do. Everything's amazing. But I definitely experienced a degree of frustration with the fact that all my playing time, or most of my playing time, was not for fun. It was because I had to. Now, I had fun along the way. Like, Primal's a great game.
Right.
but I had to knock it out. I had to get it done. So when I play a game, like right now, going through Clank Legacy Season 2,
how do you
that's
think
all...
like food taste tester, like restaurant reviewers feel that they have to eat even when they're not hungry?
Yeah. There's a line from Friends.
I would rather play a board game than have to eat when I'm not hungry.
There's a line from Friends, which is funny, a little bit inappropriate, so cover your kids' ears. Not super inappropriate, but vague. But Rachel, like, sees a gynecologist in the hospital, is, like, super hot, and starts hitting on him. And I can't remember how it comes up, but he's like, oh, you know how, like, when you're a waitress, right? You know how you, like, you serve coffee all day, and then you just get home, and you're like, if I never saw coffee again in my life, I'd be fine with that? And the waitress is like, oh, and she backs away.
Yeah.
But, like, sometimes when your entire job is something, but to be clear, it's not that I play games for work and therefore I don't want to play games for fun. That's not what it is at all. It's that I play games for work and I don't have time to play as many games for fun.
Right.
So I want to have more time to myself where I'm just playing a game because it's fun to play a game and that's it.
Good.
Anyway, so I don't mind streaming games. This is going to be during the day. During the day is very different. It's just that nighttime is when nighttime is when, like, I don't have a job past... My job is, well, it's not true. I have two jobs. I have this and GameFound. But both are flexible around my hours. Lots of people who are in my game group, they are only free in the evenings, and that's why I don't want to take away my evenings as much. Sorry.
So, Monica asked, is there a special system going on, alphabetical, by size, by color, or just everything goes? And I know you've talked a little bit about this, but I think just because it's a new stream. It's a new stream.
Okay, I'm going to move this over here. The answer, so the short answer, as I move this over here because it has to get properly organized, the short answer is, right now I'm focusing primarily on cubby organization. I want each cubby to look as good as possible. Then from there is a degree of where are the cubbies going. So once you have, like, for example...
Where are they going?
To me, this is a good cubby. It's complete, it's full. I don't
Are your
need to change
cubbies
it.
running?
My cubbies are running.
You better go catch them.
This cubby is good, but there's space for betterness, but I don't think I have a good game to
I
fix
think
there.
that's fun, though, to see through to the couch on that row.
This cubby's perfect, apparently. Anyway, so right now I'm focused on the cubbies being good.
Yeah.
Once that's completely done, which
I think El Grande needs to go under Marrakesh. Look at the box sizes. That's disgusting.
I agree with you. I do agree.
That is actually disgusting.
I mean, I don't agree with that.
Actually, it should go El Grande, Amerigo, Marrakesh because of the colors
That you
as
can change
well.
yourself. Anyways, so yeah, right now I'm focusing primarily on cubbies, which I'm mostly done on. Like right now what I'm doing as I talk, is I'm cleaning up the top layer of, I'll show you in a second. But I'm slowly cleaning up the top layer because this layer over here is supposed to be some degree of backgroundness for the camera. That is supposed to be clean, and it ends up being the stuff where I just throw things. So I'm cleaning that up right now.
Do you see that shape on that box?
Yeah.
All it makes me think is the water in cartographers.
That's fair.
To me, that's like the mental symbol for water.
Anyway, so yeah, so cubbies first, which I'm almost done. Then some degree of rearranging the cubbies to be everything where I want, which is already, I'm pretty happy with it. It's kind of the thing, like, I don't know if this is the kind of thing I want to do on stream.
I think it looks good.
That's the thing. I'm pretty happy with where the cubbies are.
I think you need more lighting.
I think that for me, the cubbies are something I might do off camera because I don't think it's something that I can do as well with focus. I think it's kind of like, that's probably better there, and then I'll swap a cubby. So right now it's more about the cubbies being nice and neat and organized, and honestly, like, I haven't really told you guys this, but like, I feel like genuinely, I've gotten 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I have 14, 15. I have 15 cubbies free right now. I didn't have that before. I may have had like the 3 over here. But I have 15 free cubbies just through reorganizing things to be more efficient. Like, I didn't get rid of, well, I got rid of one game, but I didn't get rid of games for this. I just reorganized and there's more cubbies. So I'm happy with this.
What's
I was
that
gonna show you
Pirates
this.
game?
The Pirates game? Ostia Pirates?
Like next to...
I don't remember if you played that or not. I played that with AP and I think with Max.
Okay, I'd like to know what that is.
Okay, 1 second. So this is the shelf area. Let me just try not to like ruin things. That's the shelf area where I'm trying to like clean off that shelf because that's supposed to be a clean shelf. Anyways.
Stormy said, Meg's fun fact about Mr. Rogers is actually a fun fact about her dog.
What was the fun fact, Mr. Rogers? I don't remember.
It was the Lady Elaine thing, which is what Mifa's name was.
That does seem like it's that seems on track. It does seem on track. It checks out.
Cold Blue Vlog says, what if shelf organization had a feast for Odin style a feast for Odin style scoring?
Who gets to
That
score?
sounds like me trying to sleep. Sometimes when I'm sleeping, I dream that I'm still playing games and that like I'm either playing games and they're in the bed with me so I can't move the pieces or like knock things around, or I see it on the ceiling and I'm playing and moving things around on the ceiling. And I do it like a lot if I'm like gaming too much and like working too much and not sleeping enough. It's honestly like it's not restful whatsoever. I wake up being like, all I did was take the same turn over and over and over again. It's not restful.
I threw it on the ground.
Okay. Chaos Stream is improved by listening in on Alex talking to his plumber. I hope this happens.
It would be.
That'd be a fun conversation. Someone should call you.
You say fun conversation, but I got quoted $1,100 to snake a stupid drain. I'm waiting for the new quote for it because as of right now, the last quote I got was $1,100.
I could train a snake.
What you could train? You could. Oh. It's the snake for the plumbing. I got quoted $1,100, and I'm waiting for a second quote because this is a new plumber I've never used before, and that seemed really expensive for what I was doing. But as much as the call will be entertaining, I don't love the fact that I need to. Life's expensive, man. Life's expensive.
It jumped on me again.
What jumped up? The chat?
Yeah.
Okay.
George says stream is making me sleepy. I want a nap.
You can nap, George. No one's telling you can't nap.
That may just mean that you're sleepy if it's 2 o'clock. Thoughts on removing minis from their trays to make room in a box? Question mark.
Go back to the beginning of the stream and tell me what you think with that.
Alex will do it. I will not. I won't for the most part. How do I like Iridia? Looking to get your hands on it. I like Iridia. And I would say I'm even really enjoying the current experience. I would say the way it's currently going, I do want to play more. But that doesn't mean that I would necessarily buy another game in the same genre or something like that. I think that for me, recently I've played a lot of games that want to be D&D that aren't, that put certain things on rails or make certain things easier and just make you do stuff. And different games will do it in different ways. But for me, it's all just too simplified and just, like, not what it... For me, if I play a game like that, I want a heavier level of strategy like Gloomhaven, where you're going through the cards and making, like, very strategic decisions. So, for games like Iridia and Agamonia and things like that, right now, I like them, but I'm not loving them, and I'm almost kind of like... I am fine taking a break from them as well.
Genuine question. If I continue Iridia without you, does that bother you?
Yeah, like I said, I would play this story, but if there was Iridia 2, I don't know if I would be like, count me in.
I'm not saying would you play it. I'm saying, do you want to play Iridia, or is it just FOMO?
I think I want to play as much as I want to play anything.
So again, the question, if I just continue it without you...
I'm good as these, I'm sorry. I swear I'm not actively crying about this question. It seems like you're making me cry. I think that if you played some of it and I, like, it without me, I think I would be totally fine about it. I think that if you hit a point where you were, like, catching me up and, like, oh, this cool thing happened, then I might have FOMO. I think I have the potential for FOMO, but I think if I would be like, okay, cool, what happened? And then I'd be like, oh, maybe now I'll play more.
So I'm liking it, and I want to play more of it faster. And I don't feel it's a priority for you. I feel prospectively...
I would totally play it.
Okay. I feel perspective... I'm not saying you totally would or wouldn't play it. I'm saying it doesn't ever seem... Not once have you said to me, can I come over and play Iridia? You've always been like...
I agree.
I say, when are we playing Iridia next?
Primal. I also play Primal.
So the question is, should I just go ahead and play without you?
I don't know.
You've given it like 5 hours plus, if not more. You've given it like 7 hours.
I'm fine playing more. I do like it.
I'm not asking you if you're fine playing more.
I think... I don't... Like,
I'm saying, if I just played it without you, does it bother you?
It wouldn't bother me if you continued some of the story without me. The thing in general is that I do like to play a certain amount of games in general that I wouldn't rather, like... I don't know.
We can talk more. We'll figure it out.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm fine about it.
Okay. So I think I've done the cleaning of the shelf. Actually, I'm going to run upstairs and get a marker because I have a...
Brian is also tired today. You guys, I think it's that seasonal depression. It's that lack of vitamin D. You guys need more sunlight. Go out in the sun. Go for a walk literally right after this stream because the sun is hopefully still out. Hello, Jamie. I'm sure this was forever ago now because I'm finally catching up, but hello? Yeah, Brian, I hope everything goes well. Sorry, guys, I'm, like, trying to catch up. Bill, love the channel. Thank you. Starmix says, Brian. Okay, yep. Hope everything does go well, Brian. Let us know. Dynamic Duke, you're a bass player. I play around Cleveland all the time. Cleveland's fine. It's fine. That's very, very cool to know, but Cleveland is, not Boston, you know? But it's fine. It's cool. I went not for Calyx, but for 2 other IKEA shelves and made a perfect setup for myself, my game table, and my games big and small. Exactly, Monica. That's exactly what I mean. Like, I think that Calyxes aren't actually optimal for most games. Like, some of them they are. Like, the Cthulhu's, they fit perfectly. But, like, most games I feel like don't. And it's very hard and frustrating, and I don't like all the little empty spaces in them.
I'm trying to figure out where I left my things over here. Hang on. Okay.
How to convince someone to play board games more than once a week. So, Drone, I think... Here's the thing. How to convince someone to play board games more than once a week. To answer that question specifically, I don't know if I would love saying, like, to convince anyone to do something if they don't want to do it. So, you know, that's like I think more what you mean is how to get people more into games. And I think with something like that, it may be choosing the games that you know your friends are more into than what you might want to play. So even though you may want to play something, if you have a friend that they really enjoyed deck building, show them more deck building games, and then they might want to play more other kinds of games and explore more. So I think that's the best way to get people into the world and the genre, is to play the games they want to be playing in the genres they want as opposed to what you want, which can be tough because then, you know, you're getting friends into games because you want to play the games that you're getting and you're into, but that's the way to get them even more into it and balance it. Hopefully.
My incessant need to talk means I want to contribute to that.
Contribute.
But that was everything there's to say.
So you just had to talk anyway.
I'm saying you said it perfectly. Wow. I paid her a freaking compliment. It was a compliment.
I was calling back to what you said. I was calling back to what you said. You said it. I was actually agreeing with you. Monica says, I have a big call list going on and had a major sale for like 140 last year. Yeah, I need to. I am like, part of me wants to just start going through and tagging and finding out how many games I have and like cataloging them all. You guys, it's gonna be, I should like place bets on how many games you guys think I have. Or how many there might be. I don't want to think about it, and we're not going to. Stormy said, provide food and alcohol, figure out what game they love, and offer that game. Yeah, Stormy, that is another good point, is to offer things around it. So if you have someone that, like, may not be, like, not yet into games because they haven't gotten to experience enough, if you also offer, like, food and snacks, or we're doing dinner first and then playing a game, that also gives people more of, like, okay, like, at least I've done that before. I know what that's like. So they at least know, like, a little bit of what to expect from the vibe. So that's also a very good idea. Meg explaining Alex videos to me like I watch Alex content. I don't even know which part I was talking about. Oh, the couch part. Yeah. There is a couch. Oh, it just jumped again. I saw that Asaf said something and it jumped. I think this is Asaf. Hi, Megan and Alex. Love that you've put Frostpunk there. I think you meant put.
Oh, Asaf. Oh, okay. Fun fact. I don't know who's watching right now. I believe that I'm playing Frostpunk with Asaf on 9 o'clock. I'm playing Frostpunk with Asaf later this week.
And you're streaming it?
No, please, no. Yeah, because Asaf is apparently high on Frostpunk right now. He played Frostpunk, nice. And he's like, you know that moment when you play a game where you're like, oh my gosh, this game's incredible. Asaf had that with Frostpunk.
That was me with Faraway. I was such an idiot.
Asaf is like that. Oh, Pandasaurus has expansion and stuff now. Asaf was like that with Frostpunk, so he decided to play.
Someone said, "What about Faraway Legacy?" And I was
Is that
like,
a thing?
"No, that's what they were saying." Because I said the only thing I want is a gold leaf, and someone was like, "Well, what if they did Faraway Legacy?" And I was like, "Oh."
I don't know if that lends itself to legacy games.
I feel like they'd have to do something crazy, which could be really fun. Okay, call Marvel Champions.
No.
Reason, assembling boxes is a lot of work. You can check it off your list just by getting rid of the game.
I assemble one sharp drill boxes by watching TV in the background, and I know it to do well enough that it's a good TV break. But also, I recently got rid of Mage Knight. And honestly, there's a few games. I once did a video where I talked about how Mage Knight, Marvel Champions, and it wasn't just these 3 games, but they started off in the video. I was like, Mage Knight, Marvel Champions, and Too Many Bones are all games that are incredible, with an incredible amount of content, incredible amount of depth, and I love them, but they also don't get tabled as much as I would like. The difference between those 3, and there's more games than that, there's just 3. The difference between those 3 is Too Many Bones and Marvel Champions, I don't play as much as I would like, but when I do, I feel I got the complete experience, and I don't have to relearn stuff. I just don't play them as much as I like. With Mage Knight, every time I go back to it, I have to re-reference the rulebook for all the tokens and all the places, and I get an incredible experience. I'm like, oh my god, I should play this more. But then I don't. And I have to relearn it again the next time, and re-reference everything, and I never get deep enough into it that I don't have to, like, relearn things. I could pull up Marvel Champions right now, not reference a single rulebook, and play it. So it's not going anywhere because I love it when I do that, and there's no cost to doing that. Mage Knight always had a cost, and the cost never went away.
Do you want to tell them what you're doing?
Yeah, but once I've cleared off the top of that shelf over there, I'm using one of these wood finish markers. Basically, long story short,
This is a good idea.
I'm very sad about this, and it is what it is. But one of the calyxes, when I moved it in the truck, it slipped from the blanket stuff.
Why are they?
Oh, that's another problem.
Oh,
One of the
gross.
calyxes. One of the calyxes.
One is like
slipped.
this much shorter than the other.
It slipped from the blanket that was protecting it, and so as I was moving the truck, it was just scraping back and forth on like whatever screws and whatnot.
Yeah.
So both sides of it got like completely scraped up. Because when I say both sides, you're like, how did it happen on both sides? Because it wasn't assembled. So both the end pieces were on their backs and just away from the blanket and scratching. So whichever side I do it, although in hindsight, what I probably should have done is I probably have more of these and probably could have swapped it so that one got a bottom, one got a top. Too late now. That would have been a great idea.
That would have been a great idea.
Anyways, so both sides are scratched up, so I have the side that's less scratched at the top, but I'm using the wood grain marker to color it in now that I actually have it clean for the first time in who knows how long. And
your shelves are all over the place with like
the problem,
different sizes.
The problem,
you have like every size of calyx.
The problem Meg is referring to, the problem Meg is referring to is the fact that when Better Homes and Gardens is the brand of shelf I have. They're not Calyx. They're Calyx adjacent. But when they, recently they made a change to the structure so that it's slightly different sizing. The inner shelves are the exact same size. Mm-hmm. The outer shelves are slightly more compact, which is a problem on several levels, but it means you look at that, oh, you can see over there too. You see that shelf?
Yeah.
I made sure it's not in shot. I actually specifically
Well, that's why I
reorganized.
looked around, because you have what? Those are 4x4s?
Yeah.
Those are 3x4s. These are 5x5s?
It's not about the size of the shelf.
You got it all.
They made a change. Yeah, I did it all. I got it all.
Yeah, I was just wondering if you had more of that one. But
I have a 1x3 over there. It fits perfectly. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm calling on the wood grain.
I have a lot of calyxes too.
What do you say?
Even though I hated on calyxes, I do have a lot of them. They're just all in all of my other rooms. Okay. How do you learn so many games in a short amount of time? GMoney99 asked that. I assume you're maybe asking both of us. We can both
answer yours first and I'll come next.
It is basically all I do. So it is like my job, and it is what I do. So that does give me a lot of free time that, like, for a lot of people it's your hobby and you don't get to do it in your free, or you have like less free time to do it. So that is one thing, is that it is part of like my daytime time that I can do. But also I think the more you do it, the faster you also get at it, that you can infer a lot of things. And actually, this has happened to me a ton lately, that I'll learn a game and be like, well, does this do that? Or does this thing mean this? Because I'll be able to just see certain symbols. And this is something that when I review games, I talk about accessibility.
It's much
is
better.
that... Cool.
Yeah.
Something in graphic design that's like a huge thing is like for things to be intuitive. So not necessarily copying other games, but if something's the infinity symbol, that means you always get to do it and stuff like that. Or like a lightning bolt means instant action. A lot of those things are just universal now in the board game world, so I think that makes things a lot faster too. So that's very helpful. And then sometimes publishers will also play games with you, so they'll play you through with like on TTS and stuff like that. So you also get taught the game sometimes, so that makes things a bit easier. Or a lot of conventions, like that's a lot of the meetings that I do is like they'll be you'll get to like demo the different games and stuff like that and learn a lot of the rules or ask questions. But I think another part is I don't get to even learn as many as I would like, and there's some that I have been wanting to learn that I still have not, and I would really, really like to. Yeah.
This is where I'm gonna start organizing cubbies one at a time here and there. Anyways, to answer your question, most of what Meg said, I do a number of different things to learn games. One thing I specifically do, by the way, and I highly recommend this, if the game you want to learn is on Board Game Arena and has a tutorial, I recommend those. The tutorials on Board Game Arena can be great and walk you through steps pretty quickly, and sometimes you have to reference a rulebook later, but you're starting off understanding things. So I do that. Like, I'm not against going to, like, I don't do videos from other content creators. I might use it as a baseline in the background, but I very rarely rely on that. For whatever reason, I find that's not enough. But I'm not above going to BGA and learning from a tutorial, even if I'm not going to play on BGA. I just learned Daybreak the other day just so I can play it, and then I went back and played it twice more because I like Daybreak apparently, which I was not on my list. There'll be a video in the future where I tell you I want to play Daybreak. I filmed that before that happened. Anyways, so yeah, BGA is one thing. Regularly when I'm traveling, I'll bring rulebooks with me and read a rulebook or two to go. But then the biggest thing at the end of the day is sometimes I'm trying to be like ahead of the curve and reading a rulebook for a game I'm going to get to, and other times it's crunch time and I just sit down for 2 hours, set up a game, learn how to play it. I may or may not play it then. It might be just literally, I sometimes like Foxpot's a good example. Foxpot recently, I set it up, I learned it, I put it away, and then came back and played it later. But like I'll do that on a regular basis. I will set up a game just to learn it, and that helps speed up the learning process. And then, like you said, you often get faster at things because things are intuitive and they fit into molds. And every game is pieces from other things. The downside of that is, as you get better at, as you learn more and more rulebooks, you also very quickly understand when you're signing up for a bad experience. I was watching, going back to that board
Or when
game.
things don't work the way they should, and you're like, well, but in any other game,
this
is how you would do it.
Sorry, that's true too. I meant you can start a rulebook and then within 3 seconds be like, this is not going to be a fun rulebook to read.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Going back to the Board Game Ramblings video, I got one point they talked about how they opened up, they talked about some of the games where they opened it and then put them back and didn't go to them. And I'm like, yeah, get rid of those games. Yeah, unless you signed up for a review copy for those, sometimes it's okay to be excited about something, start the process and be like, nope, I made a mistake. Time to move on.
And not to complain, but I live in Preview World, where a lot of those are also like a Word document that I printed that's still being live edited with no photos of anything, even though it says look at the photo to see what to do. That's really fun. Okay.
I by the way, what I've started doing recently, more often I have gone to people who sent me a game, and and it's different if it's sponsored work, it is different, but if it's non-sponsored work and you send me a game and then the rulebook is terrible, and it's not, when I say more often, I mean I used to do this never, and now I've done it like 4 times maybe, but I have not been averse to telling a publisher, I'm sorry, I don't think your rulebook is a nightmare. I'm usually more polite. I usually say, hey, I'm really sorry, I'm struggling a lot with the rules, and I don't think I'll be able to cover this.
And you know what, to anyone listening that's making a rulebook right now, if your rulebook doesn't start with components and then setup, get out of here. I've had some rulebooks start off with just like, here's the general vibe of how to play, and here's a vibe of how you do the actions, but like nothing specific or vague, girl, but like, girl, you got this, and these are how you do the different things. Now go find these cards that you have no idea how many there are, what they look like, or what we told you.
But going to the prototype rulebooks, a lot of prototype rulebooks will be like, set up the
This is
therapy. A lot of prototype rulebooks will say, set up the magic deck to the left of the board.
Yeah.
Grab the Razadaz tokens or whatever it is. But they'll never say what those are. They'll like grab the rune markers and start putting them here.
And put it above the final escalation line.
And then you never have, like, there's 7 decks of cards.
We should make a
parody video
that's just us saying things.
There's 7 decks of cards. I don't know which one is the Razadaz deck. And I don't know which are the rune markers. And I don't know what the escalation line is, because you just did a Word document and you expect me to read it. And so again, with paid work, I will reach out to them and ask for clarification. With non-paid work, I will reject
the escalation line yourself when you're in the land, but that doesn't happen until you draft your different characters.
Yeah.
And then once you draft your different characters in reverse draft order, you get to place all of your characters, creating the escalation line.
Point is, it's a pain. But these are good problems.
Yeah. And then you look and you're like, wait, there's no miniatures here.
Oh dear lord. Oh dear Lord. There was one time. Remember that time we set up to play Awaken Realms? It was Awaken Realms. It was. I don't care.
Okay. Okay.
I'm so nice to
I'm like-
Awaken Realms. I don't care. Again, this is wrong. Like people are like, oh,
I
you
was
work for
thinking of
Game
something
Bound.
else. I thought you were
Oh.
gonna say a different thing.
No, I don't. I don't care what. How negative is it?
There was a time we got a 3D printed thing that we couldn't do, and we had to wait because we got 2 wrong pieces.
Oh, that was Go on Board.
No,
That was Go on
I
Board
don't-
too. Which one are you talking about?
it was a panda.
Oh yeah, that one. That wasn't
Yeah.
a big deal. That was fine.
It was funny.
So well, the Go on Board time. Go on Board one time sent me. Oh, I was so excited at them for this. Again, I love Go on Board, but they sent me. They basically told me this is for Witcher.
I'm not here for this, you guys. I'm not part of this
Tattling on
conversation.
publishers. Again, I don't mind being mean to publishers. I'm so nice to them. It's fine. They get both. They get both from me. Go on
I
Board.
signed an NDA.
Go on Board. They told me to hold off on my Witcher Old World coverage because they sent me a bunch of miniatures and the miniatures are broken. And I was like, okay, what's the big deal? Like, I don't care. It's not like they're shattered. They weren't like blueable. They were shattered. I was like, I'll proxy miniatures from like the Witcher Old World instead of whatever the Witcher Path of Destiny. It's Path of Destiny. And
that's Game
Yeah.
Pass being like.
that's Game Pass saying shut up. That'd be funny. If you see a red dot on my forehead, tell me to duck. Anyways, so and they said, oh yeah, please hold off on the coverage. We'll send you new miniatures. And then like I kept asking them, when are they coming? Like when are they coming? Like I learned the game, I played the game, I did all the things. They didn't want the coverage. And eventually, like halfway through the campaign, they're like, oh, I guess just go ahead and film or whatever it is. Like I'm like, I'm putting out all this work, and you basically made me have like the latest possible coverage for it because you guys couldn't. It's a pain. It's a pain. But then the Awaken Realms time was we set up for the game to play Awaken Realms, play Nemesis with Akiva. We had Nemesis, whatever, is Lockdown. No,
there's no dice.
the one
Was it
after
the
Lockdown.
dice?
I don't remember if it was dice or what it was.
Dice.
Whatever it was, yeah, dice were part of it. I think there were 2
I
things.
think they're missing.
Whatever
and,
it was,
you couldn't replicate it.
they had a component you couldn't replicate, and we were ready to play, and the component is gone. We set up the whole game. We had everyone there. And then we decided to just play something else for fun instead. Yeah. And I had to reach out to them and like be like, hey, can we have the die back because we don't actually have the die.
Yeah.
So yeah, these are again, we love
So
our jobs.
fun. I love
I'm sure
it.
you all have nightmare stories about your work. But as much as I love my job, and I will say this a dozen times over, I am not looking to change. I will do this for the rest of my life if I could. If you wrote me a check for $1 bajillion, I would still do what I do. I would just change some aspects of it. But like, I love what I do and I want to be here. It doesn't mean that there's not things to complain about. Anyways.
Okay, great. Can't wait to be canceled now.
If you see the red laser dot, just tell me.
Dude, I'm like sweating. Because I'm not going to get to the responses for like another 10 minutes.
That's okay.
So Josh says, agree on the Marvel Champions call. There's too much prep for the experience it provides. Wouldn't you rather play Primal? And if you like deck construction, I find Arkham Horror LCG to be infinitely more rewarding. How about this year, I teach you Arkham LCG, and then by the end of the year, you get rid of Marvel?
First of all, no. I've played Arkham LCG, and I've gone back to it too. I've gone back to it because of how much
It's a good time.
So I played Arkham LCG, and I liked it. I never didn't like it. Actually, if you watch a video, there's a video on the channel called The Best 10 Board Games I Don't Own. Arkham LCG, if I recall correctly, is number 2 on the list. Number 1, I think, was Xia Legend of a Justice System, which I got back. So Arkham still has a chance. And there's reasons. The reasons were games that I enjoyed. I don't think this is the plumber. Hello?
Uh-oh.
It's an automated security system.
Because you also signed the NDA?
The Game Found, yeah. They've taken all my money.
God, what I wouldn't do to be able to get
oh my
the
gosh,
cat
I'm
laser.
fired. It's a AAA number.
You're going to have to delete this after. My lord.
LCG. So I played Arkham LCG, and then after I played more Marvel Champions, and I loved Marvel Champions, I went back to the Arkham Horror LCG because I was like, you know what? I want to try it even again. And I still had the same problems with it, where I really enjoy it, but it's not a perfect game to me.
Yeah.
But I'm open. No, I want to go back into it with you. I do want to because
really good.
A game is always elevated by playing with people who enjoy it. For example, Feast of Odin, incredible game. First time I played it, the other person I was playing with wasn't into it, and I was like, it's a good game, and I moved on from it. Went back to it later. I love it. It's incredible.
Yeah.
There are multiple
get on
games
that
I've gone back to because I played it with people who didn't enjoy it the first time around. So anyways, I'm open to going back to Arkham Horror LCG. I agree with you that Primal is a good comparison basis, but I still enjoy Marvel Champions. I still have fun when I pull it out and play it. So as long as, like, I have games that are always in my sights as the things I probably should be getting rid of and don't. Mage Knight was there for like 4 years. Marvel Champions has never been there. There's no part of me that's like probably get rid of it. I stopped getting new stuff, so there's some self-control, but...
By the way,
last tangent. I usually, almost always, once I'm not getting everything for a game, I get rid of all of it. My logic is usually, and this is perfect, non-flawed logic, but my logic is, if I don't love you enough to irresponsibly buy every expansion, then I probably don't love you enough to keep you.
Well, it depends, right? Like, something like Azul, you consider different games.
Azul's a different game, and if the expansion is like a 5 to 6 player expansion, that's also different.
Yeah.
So there are some exceptions to it. But the general idea is, if I, like, for example, Too Many Bones. I haven't played Unbreakable. But if they put out a new expansion tomorrow, I'd still buy it. I don't care. I like Too Many Bones. So what? You're not playing it.
Yeah.
Marvel Champions is probably the only game that's fallen to the exception that I stopped buying new content for it, but I'm not getting rid of it at all. At least not yet.
Okay. What was I gonna say?
I have no idea. I'm sorry for interrupting.
Oh. You guys, I'm gonna commit to this. I'm gonna commit to this now. My email is professormegoak@gmail.com. If anyone's looking to get rid of and sell any of their Arkham Horror LCG stuff, let me know. Let me know if you're selling it, because at the beginning of the stream I said I should call more games, but instead, I'm now offering to purchase them. So let me know. I would be buying them. I have some stuff, so that's why I'd have to talk to you, but because I would like more options for when I'm deck building. So let me know. Okay.
If you want a deck build, I have 2 entire One Sharp Joe boxes full of Marvel Champions.
Cool. Julio says, you're going to think I'm crazy. I organized my shelves by BGG weight. Julio, that does sound crazy.
I don't think it's crazy, it just sounds ambitious.
It just sounds like a lot to manage. Like, if the games don't fit well on the shelf. But maybe that's what you mean by all of that. Because weight is also, like, general. You might do, like, sections, which makes sense. Demand him to call Rurik then. He says it's so good, but none of his friends have played it.
Who?
You.
Who? Me?
You, I guess.
What do you mean none of my friends? You're the only friend who hasn't played it.
Whatever.
Rurik's not going anywhere, please.
He should bring it to level up for us to play. Yeah, I'd play Rurik at level
up. Actually, someone requested Rurik. Was it... I think Carly may have requested Rurik. Let me see. So I think Rurik is supposed to come to level up.
I would play. I want to play Earthborn Rangers.
That's not been requested.
Yes, it has.
By who?
Me.
I don't have it.
Oh, well, no, I think Ryan's going to bring it.
Right. Okay, where's my...
I think it's not part of whatever you're talking about.
I'm trying to see what my message with Carly. Carly?
Okay.
Carly?
GMoney99 says, where do you sell your games? I need to call my 100+ collection. Alex, do you want to do a little spot on what you've been doing?
Sure. Well, I'll answer in a second.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, yeah, Carly wanted Rurik. She wanted Coimbra and Rurik. I just played Coimbra again. It was great. Anyways, so I did a video on this, but I probably should do a new video. Right now, I primarily sell my games on eBay. I recommend Board Game Revolution. I think it's a good Facebook group. I used to use it a lot. I stopped using it because I don't want every time I sell a game for it to be a conversation piece in any way. I don't want people reading into it. Sometimes it's an extra press copy I have, so I'm selling like the extra copy because I backed it and I got a press copy. And I don't want people being like, you're getting rid of Marvel Champions? No, it's an extra copy. And other times, it's a game I'm getting rid of, but I just don't want it to be a whole thing. Like, I am a person in this space, and I don't want to like post on Board Game Revolution like, hey, I'm selling these games, whatever it is. So I primarily sell on eBay because of that. I do think you get more money on eBay, but I think you have more fees on eBay, and I'd rather that eBay get less of a cut and the gamer get more of a cut. That's why I do recommend and prefer Board Game Revolutions. Just for my own drama and politics, I tend to avoid it more so nowadays. Also, the other factor as well is when I negotiate with somebody on eBay, I don't mind being like, you know, strict about what I think the game is worth. When I do it on Board Game Revolution, I feel like a tool. Like, I don't want to be like the YouTube guy who's also like being like specific. No, I won't like go down $5. So that's another thing. Meaning I sell games for what I think they're worth. I usually do not go for max, by the way. I think you have 2 options in life. You can try to get every red cent out of a game, which will take a lot more time and effort, or you can just generally try to sell it for like $5 below market value, which is generally what I do. So I already aim to be cheaper. I just don't care to be even cheaper than that. Like I had one guy who was trying to whatever. I had a guy who's trying to barter me a lot, and I was like, no, I'm already giving you a huge discount, whatever. Anyways, so Board Game Revolution and eBay, once you get into a flow of them, it's pretty easy and straightforward. So I definitely recommend doing it if you can. It's a great way to get rid of your games. You have to have boxes, you have to ship them, but like literally, like there's so people who buy too many games, which are many of us. When you get rid of them, like you have like 500 games in your collection, let's say. You probably have a good $3,000 to $4,000 that you can get rid of and turn that into money. And like money is better than a game that's not being played,
Who's
in
to
my
say?
opinion. And I love games, but I just think that's a reasonable
It's
thing to say.
insulation around the edges of my house to keep the house warm during the winter.
Is that working for you?
Yeah, actually.
Okay, fine, never mind.
That part does work.
Cool.
When I take games out, sometimes the back of them are cold.
That's actually funny. That's
Yeah.
actually pretty funny.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna say something, and then another thing which is similar to what Alex is saying. I've never sold, but I've purchased like this is Facebook Marketplace. So that's another way that if you want to do like cash and have people pick it up, like I think it can be annoying dealing with people. I've never had a hard time, but again, I've always purchased stuff. I've never tried to sell anything. But that's like another way you can try.
Fun fact. When you sell on Board Game Revolution, you can easily cross-post to Facebook Marketplace. It's automatic.
Cool.
So you can just do cross-post to various groups as well as Facebook Marketplace. So I do recommend that.
There you go.
You're posting to a dedicated group and also opening the floodgates.
How do you protect your game from deterioration from time? So like, not just not playing it, but in general.
Exactly that. Like that. Not playing it.
I think that they're saying like, do you do anything like dehumidifiers down here?
No. I don't know what it's like where you're at. I sleeve my games when they require shuffling, but I don't sleeve them to protect them. I sleeve them because cards that have extra usage. Past that, I don't think I've had an issue where games deteriorate over time. Boxes, like the games that get played a lot, the boxes do get wear and tear on the edges.
Mm-hmm.
Like you'll see, like games like Blood Rage, Cthulhu Death May Die, certain games in my collection have more tear. That's both a combination of the material of the box and also how frequently you play it. So like some boxes can hold up to a lot of wear and tear.
I would say though, I had a house that I got mold damage, and that is a big deal. So in general, not even just your board games, but your life and like what you're breathing in and all of that. Keep your eyes out for mold. Everybody, this is a mold PSA. Mold is bad for you most of the time. Unless it's good cheese, it is bad for you. I also think there's like good, I don't know, there is some good mold.
I want that on a cup.
Sue me. What?
I want that on a cup.
There's good mold.
No, unless it's cheese, mold's bad for you.
But yeah, keep your eyes out for things like that you notice that could be like something that you're breathing in because it really affects you and it can really ruin your stuff. Once it gets on, it's ruined. So there you go. Do you have Echo Plumbing near you? I think they have decent prices.
Echo Plumbing? Never heard of it.
ECO. Meg seeing board game on the ceiling and having nightmares. Damn, her ceiling must be really good at games. Yeah. Well, no. Usually I'm doing the same turn over and over. My ceiling doesn't get a turn. I just see it there.
Out of curiosity, did you...
Goodbye, Sammy.
You know that email you were talking to me yesterday?
Yes.
Did you reply yet?
No.
Okay. I'm guessing that's what... Someone's asking me if I can get in touch with you. I'm guessing it's about it.
Okay.
I'm guessing it's about that email.
Okay.
Nah, I'm stressing you out. It's fine.
I just don't know how many things you're gonna say during this stream.
I was very circumspect about how I approached that.
Okay. How are you doing
Me?
with the organizing and
So
you
it's
see
great.
him done?
Well, no. What I'm doing right now is I have all these empty cubbies along the shelf over here. So right now I'm slowly trying to figure out how to get this to be a finished section of shelf as opposed to mostly finished. I think it's going to involve some reorganizing from here to there, but I'm trying to be very circumspect at how I do it because I'm picky with some things. So I'm currently trying to figure out where things go right now. Because I think what I'm going to do is I think some of these stuff are going to go here, some of those stuff are going to go lower, and then some of these stuff are going to go here, which hopefully makes sense. Like, I may be left with an entirely empty shelf over here.
That would be crazy. What would you do with that?
Oh, so what I could do is I could put all my unplayed games. See all these? These are my unplayed games?
Yeah.
Sorry, it's divided.
Should you move?
Games,
Why don't you move?
review copies.
Should you move the camera?
No,
And explain?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
There's unplayed games and review copies in two sections. The unplayed games can probably move here, and then the review copies, the other ones that are in the back room, can come out. Mm-hmm. I have too many, between unplayed and reviews, I have too many games that I
the back room being empty will look better.
You've never seen the back room. You actually have seen it in a video here and there. I've shown bits of it, but the back room is a complete mess.
Did you guys ever get into Tainted Grail? I heard about Kings of Ruin. It's staring at me from my shelf of shame.
Oh, was that a question for me?
I mean, yeah.
I guess so.
You've played more Tainted Grail than I have, although...
I've played maybe a few hours of both of them. I played a few hours of the first one and a few hours of the second one. I like it, but I don't know if it's a priority to me compared to other games that I'd rather play first. But I do enjoy it. Just question of priorities.
Sikasil said, most conflicting answer you could have given. That totally helped. I don't know which answer that was that we gave, though.
Yeah, what answer? I mean,
there's no way we would know because they said it when we were saying it.
Yes, but then he'll answer again now, and then we'll go back with like, we don't know what you're talking about.
Well, no.
Okay.
I just got Vindication, and we love it. Why isn't it more popular? I think part of that is that they don't distribute to stores right now.
They started to, but
yeah, they just started to. But at the time, when it was really popular, I think they were doing all of their distribution through their site. So I think that was a big part of it. Monica says, well, it's 8 in the evening here. I will not go for a walk after the stream. Yeah, it's too cold. It is too cold, and I'm over it. Did he already purge a game? I was busy with work meetings. No, there was no purge. Usually to convince someone to play more than once a week, I use chloroform. Works perfectly most of the times. I mean, hey, whatever you gotta do, you know? What's a game that BGG ranked low but you actually liked? I don't know if I could answer that without looking.
I can answer that.
Oh, I love Miskatonic University. I don't care what people say.
Yeah, it is about that. The person you're supposed to respond to asked someone else.
Okay, okay.
It's not a big deal. I'm keeping it the hush hush because it's not public.
Okay.
But you're all good. Just but also just on the same page. Do you know? Well,
Nothing.
Oh, what was I gonna say? Well, you asked a question.
What's a game that BGG ranked low but you actually liked?
Terra Nova. Terra Nova is probably the lowest ranked game that I really I don't have it anymore because it's replaced by, to me, Ragnarok's does it better. But I think that was like a 6.6, maybe 6.7, and that was probably the lowest ranked game that I really liked. Another one is one you have now called Besieged. Again, I did eventually get rid of it, but I really enjoyed it. Granted, that needed house rules, so I understand the low rating. The rules as is are messed up. Outside of that, I think Aquatica is lower than I would ideally like it to be. Carson City is lower than I would like it to be. You can look on the channel, Board Game Co., top 10 most underrated games, and I cover 10 games that I think are significantly underrated compared to where I have them.
G-Money says, I culled some of the games at the Buckeye Game Fest's consignment store, made $340. That's pretty decent. That's not bad at all.
That's more impressive.
Where is Buckeye Game Fest?
Most, sorry, I'm just trying to get a look at my video to see what's in the shot normally. Okay, normally 3 tails in the shot, and that is...
Nick, mine probably will not be a stream. Most likely. I have too many rooms. We would have to move around the house, which would be difficult. So we'll see, but I don't think it'll be a stream.
What, your video?
A call stream.
A call stream.
At my house.
I
just don't think I would do it. I don't know.
Okay.
You can talk about it, but I don't think I want to do it. Oh my gosh, I can't speak. First time joining in live while, oh my god, I can't. First time joining live in a while, and immediately y'all are mid-banter logging in. It's like nothing's changed. Wow, that took me so long.
Okay. How do I want to do this?
Asaf says, yes, Frostpunk indeed this weekend. Miss you guys and be prepared for Paris this summer. Not joking.
We're so behind. Looking forward to Asaf.
How fragile does that tabletopper feel?
What?
This? Not fragile at all.
I mean,
it's a little bouncy. Like, you might notice that things are bouncing because it's wood.
The only thing that you ever have to do that I tell people is sometimes gamers like to rest their bodies on things. Well, not gamers, human beings. Human beings like to rest their bodies on things. And sometimes somebody in a game will go like this. Yeah. And that, I'm like, no, this was not designed to carry human weight on the middle. Right. Because the middle is there's nothing underneath is iridia. So the middle is where it's like, again, it is bouncy to a certain extent, but you don't notice when you're playing a game, you notice when you're putting your body on it. Yeah. So, and I'm pretty sure this can still withhold your weight.
I mean, you've put a lot of games on here.
And by the way, the one in your table, which was my table, my old one, the Dresden, that is secure. They have a much thicker layer of plywood in between, which makes it much heavier to navigate, but is more secure. This is not weight bearing, not load bearing.
Call Primal?
Wait, they want to call. They want to call, right?
Yeah, they want to call.
Okay, so let's see what we can do.
They want to call.
You guys that smell blood in the water.
Asaf says, Meg, you're more than welcome to join our Frostpunk session. It's an incredible co-op game that will blow your mind, just in case you haven't played it. Asaf, it sounds like you don't like it that much.
Okay, what can we call? Meg, do you want to give input in there? You don't have to.
No.
Okay, cool.
I'll say no if, I don't know. I
You won't
really
say
shouldn't
no.
take another game to my
She'll
house.
take it. She'll take
Yeah.
it.
Monica says, man, bummer. I bought all new stuff moving into my apartment, really not recommended because it took some planning, building, and moving the games all over the apartment for space to build. Yeah, I can imagine. Apartments are rough sometimes. Okay, wait. Are you a BG YouTube 100% or is it just a side job for you? I think you mean yeah. So Clash with Doom, yes to both. I primarily do the previews on this channel, and then I do like Professor Meg stuff, which also like makes me some money. Alex does the YouTube channel, Patreon, Ko-Fi, stuff like that.
That's all YouTube. But then I work for GameFound.
And he works for GameFound.
But I would say that both are full-time jobs, and again, this is where I can get in trouble for things. But again, speaking directly, like I mentioned earlier, if you give me a blank check for the rest of my life, if I knew I never needed money, I would do this. I would do YouTube forever. GameFound to me is a job that I really enjoy. I think it's very satisfying. I love the fact that I'm a part of the crowdfunding platform that I believe GameFound will be the #1 space for tabletop. Right now, we already have the #1 funding in board games. But in the tabletop category in general, I believe we'll be there, and I believe it's going on to do great things, and that's very, very cool. But also, there's many things in life that I love doing. And so if money wasn't a factor, I would do YouTube forever, and GameFound would be something that I was really happy to be a part of. That said, money is a factor, so I don't think I'm leaving GameFound anytime soon, and I really like it. It's really satisfying. It's just not as satisfying as board game YouTube.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I have found myself learning games much faster now that I've gone solo. These past few years, I've worked up some important learning skills. Yeah, if you play games solo, it's a lot faster to learn. Although sometimes when I play solo, I can also get kind of distracted and not sure exactly where I was. For games when you need to track the rounds, sometimes I don't realize what round I'm in. Omni says, I did that with Hexplore It. I started reading the rules and just got rid of it.
Yep.
I don't know that one.
I never played Explorer, so I'm not agreeing with that. I'm just saying the idea.
You should do a top 10 games that you should play despite their manual. Maybe.
Yeah.
That would be hard for me to... Once I know a game, I don't really think about it that much, that I think I would have to look back at which ones I thought were actually like hard to learn or bad to learn. Asaf says, talking about learning games, I'd be happy to sponsor a video where you two will explain Europa Universalis to me.
I've talked to Asaf about that. I know that's his idea of torture. Oh my god, that's...
Sounds like that should be our April Fool's game. Marvel Champions is one of the best card games, never call it. Yeah, there's a lot of jokes about that going on. Just finished my 159th game of Explorers of the North Sea since 2018. Wow, that's pretty crazy. I'm playing in a game right now of Castles of Burgundy with like a couple people online. And we all got put with the same board, and somehow we're put with the board that's like the illegal one for competitive play. And 2 people chose to go for animals and 2 people didn't.
Jenna stole my freaking cow.
Good. It's
No, you're saying
supposed to play with that
you're
board.
saying good because you need someone else to take one for the team. You and Gray benefit from it.
No, I thought you and Gray are the ones going for animals.
I'm the only one going for cows.
Who's going for pigs?
I don't
Gray.
know. I get fine. She's going for pigs. I don't
It's
care
you
about
and Gray
that.
are doing
That's
it.
fine.
I think.
But Jenna
Maybe it is Jenna.
Jenna stole my cow. It's not going to help her.
I ain't
She
taking
has a
one
6th
animal.
field.
Animals are terrible.
She did the thing where she tanked her and she tanked me, and you and Gray are going to benefit from it. I'm
I
not
don't know
even
if that's
friends with
true.
Jen anymore. This is insane.
I don't even know if that's true.
Oh, it's so... Ask Gray. He'll tell you. He'll tell you.
How would you rank the LCGs? Also, not technically an LCG, but have you ever played Earthborn Rangers? I'm contemplating getting it. So I have not yet played Earthborn Rangers. I really, really want to. Of the LCGs,
This
It's
is really
more-
hard.
Of the LCGs, there's what? Marvel, Arkham, and Lord of the Rings, and that's it? Or is there like others that aren't Because I think LCG might be actually coined by Fantasy Flight.
Yeah, so there's a lot of
They might
old
have
ones.
it like
The active ones are Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Earth Rangers is not technically an LCG. It is
Yeah.
the same. It's actually not in the same model. Their next game is going to be the same
But
model.
I think they copywrote that.
Yeah, they're saying
term.
the next game from Earth Rangers, I can't remember what it's called, is the LCG model, but it's not an LCG. Other LCG models would be that they did the Reborn, Ashes Reborn. That's an LCG
yeah.
model. But right now I think the active ones are Lord of the Rings, Marvel, and Arkham.
I did really enjoy Ashes
Yeah.
a lot. I liked that game a lot. So if we counted that one,
It's really
well, I'm not going
hard.
to count that one.
It's really hard to call a game. I don't know.
I
what
would
to do.
say Arkham, Marvel, then Lord of the Rings. Only because I haven't played enough of the Lord of the Rings. I've actually been trying to do that one, and I have not been able to beat the first scenario still. So, you know.
This is a hard one because I'm like looking.
Oh, I want to play that.
Well, have you played it yet?
No.
Oh, it's so good. It's just that doesn't get tabled a lot. It's
Yeah,
hard to
I
table.
do want to play that one.
But like,
I'm interested in trying out Too Many Bones. What's the way to get going?
I personally recommend Undertow. It's what I started with, but I haven't tried Unbreakable. And it's the same idea. I do think starting smaller just takes away some of the overhead of all the mental effort of it. What the freak should I get rid of? I like
Joe
my
says he
collection.
has some Arkham expansions. Joe, send me an email.
I like all my games.
Jeremy says, what Arkham Horror is your favorite campaign, Meg? So, I have only played the base one, and then Dunwich, and then Carcosa. And I would rank it in opposite order. So, Carcosa, Dunwich, and then the base one.
You know
so,
the worst part for
I
you?
loved Carcosa. It was great, but I've only played 3.
If we had been friends, ow, my back's gonna go out.
See, I couldn't do that. When I was talking about lifting things, I could not lift that.
That's 2 things full of cards.
I couldn't.
If we had been friends earlier, Meg, I had an all-in Arkham Horror everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying I got rid of it before we
That
were
would
friends.
be cool. Yogi Bear says, have I played any of the print and play campaigns? I have not. But I do have this is not a print and play, but I have the Arkham Horror. And I've never opened it still. I got it like at my game store when it came out. Haven't played it yet. Shipping sold games is so expensive. Yeah, I feel that. That's why Facebook Marketplace might be the right way to go if you can get someone to like pick up a couple at a time. That might be an easier way for you. Okay. Hard to sell, honestly. Everyone wants 80% of prices for everything, yeah. That's the thing.
Well, 80% of prices make sense.
Well, I don't know if they meant, I thought they meant of what you put. Like, people always just try to haggle you down.
Oh, I don't know.
That's what I heard.
So,
Maybe I'm wrong.
There's different categories of people. There's people who... Okay, there's 3 large categories. This is an abstraction, but 3 large categories. There's the people who want premium prices for their games. Meaning they bought the game for $50, the game is available for $50, and they want $48 plus shipping. You can get it for $50 new from Amazon. And I don't know what those people are doing. I don't know if they're finding sales or not. I don't know if they just don't want to sell it, but they're like, hey, if someone's willing to offer or whatever. That category of people does exist, and I just recommend not buying from them. Don't waste your time haggling somebody who's charging you more than it'll cost you to buy the game with free shipping on Amazon. Category number 2 are the people who want the used games to be cheaper than they are. Meaning, a game goes for $50 on Amazon, and you can get it with shipping. Let's say it's going to be $30 plus $10 shipping, so you can get it $40 used. And they're like, it's a used game. Why am I paying 80% of what I could pay new? And the answer is because the market will bear it. People pay decent prices for used games. As long as the game's in good condition, somebody else is interested in saving $10, and they got an already sleeved copy of a game they don't have to punch. They're happy with that. And so that other category, they just wish the used prices were lower, similar to the way they can be in other industries. Like right now, I was talking about projectors earlier. If you want to buy a $700 used projector, you can get it for like $300. Like a projector loses a lot of its value as soon as it's used. That's true with a lot of technology. But games hold a large amount of the value. And the last category of people are people who are selling it for, again, the reason people are just dealing with what the market is. They're not selling above, they're not selling below, they're just dealing with what the market is. Those are the people where I recommend that game that's going for $40 that you could buy new $50, sell it for $38. You'll get the sale pretty quickly because people are like, oh, finally, someone's selling it for a drop less. So that's what I usually try to do.
Fun fact, Danielle Standring and I used to have the same local game store, and she would go in and sell her games, and then I would buy them, and they'd already be sleeved and have an organized insert inside.
Wait, you're saying that I could have been charging you for these games?
No.
It sounds like my games could have just gone
I
to
didn't
you,
know.
and I could have got the money along the way.
I didn't know. I got them later.
Wow, this
And then she was like, this is mine.
feels like I'm getting ripped off here.
But it wasn't hers, it was mine. How do you store small games in the Calyx? Like, do you have those drawers and smaller shelves to slide in?
The short answer right now is, what I do is I cheat.
A lot of it's up high.
I don't like it, but it works. All my small games are currently behind these cubbies here. So if you went to the other side...
Pull it out. Could you take out Verdant this side?
Sure.
Yeah.
So if I take out this, for example, over here, and then take out all of these, I need to be careful because if I push, it'll push through.
Yeah.
There's a stack of small games right behind it, which you probably
make
can't
sure
see
you
very
don't
well.
push.
But that's true for all of these things, meaning these games are only, let's say, like 10 inches, and the cubby's 15 inches. So I specifically structure my small games to be behind them over here, and they're at the eye level, so they're at eye level where I can easily grab them, but I know that my small games are right behind the Calyx. Obviously, you need a Calyx that is double-sided like this is.
I wonder with the 3D printer if you could make, like, you know how, like, do you remember what, like, a CD rack was?
Oh, yeah, that'd be good.
I don't know how to say that.
I saw a post that somebody had a picture of an MP3 player, like an MP3 CD player, in, like, the National Archives, and they're like, that's it, I need to just kill myself out. Like, I'm too old.
Yeah, you could print something like that to hold them all, like, just to slot them in, if you'd like. Is this where I drop in a note too that I don't have the base game shelf of shame? Wait, that I don't have a base game shelf of shame. I do have an expansion shelf of shame and a memory disk of shame.
A memory disk of shame?
I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means.
I'm intrigued by what that means, I just don't know what it means.
Organizing is such a pain and a joy at the same time, very satisfying when you finish.
And that's why, if you can make content out of it, it's like, I'm doubling up. Also, it's $2.50.
I know, I'm trying to catch up.
What the freak?
I'm gonna catch up and then we're gonna go.
I need to go.
Yeah.
It's too...
Should I stop? Is there something...
I'll give them 5 minutes.
Okay.
I just realized...
Does something happen at 2:30?
No, nothing happens at all. It's just been an hour and 50 minutes. Whoa.
How do I say no to myself when I see a great deal in a game? I have too many games. Yeah, I feel that.
You didn't answer the question.
What? Well...
You didn't answer the question. You just
I'm just
empathize.
like, yeah.
You're like, yeah, that's a problem. Nothing you can do, unfortunately. Like, it's kind of, you're just going to buy it. It is what it is. I'm sorry. I'm right there with you.
At BGG's
You still haven't answered the question.
Well, oh my god. How do I say no to myself when I see a great deal on a game?
Okay.
I try to find out if Alex might have it already and then talk him into getting rid of it.
Here's the answer. It's not a perfect answer, but it's the answer that works for me. Think about those moments, because I don't know if you have these moments, but I certainly do. Think about those moments where you buy a game that you're really excited about. And you should be excited about it. You buy it, you're excited, maybe it's crowdfunding, maybe it's not. Maybe it shows up at your house 2 days later. Maybe you come back from the store with it. You buy it, you're excited, you get home, and then you don't play it because there are other games that you're playing instead. Because I've had that moment a lot. Stalker, I haven't played Stalker since it arrived, and I think it's great. And there are lots of games like that. Some of them I do. Some I do play. But the knowledge of the amount of games that I'm excited about, or was excited when I purchased, even if I'm still excited now, like it's different. If it comes and I'm not excited, that's a different problem entirely. But they come, I still am excited, and then it sits there for weeks, months, sometimes years before I table it. As long as that's frequently happening, what you're doing is you're paying extra money for the privilege of continuing to overwhelm yourself with games that you're not tabling. So my solution to that partially has been to back so much fewer than I used to. Like, I used to back a ton, and now I back much, much less. Now, I still have the problem because I do get games from publishers a lot. Now, I still buy games, but it's much less. I used to just buy, then I bought while getting games from publishers, and now I buy, like, maybe a game a month. Like, I'll back a game once a month. Most of my games are from publishers, and I kind of, like, wish it weren't that way. I wish I was buying more, but, like, I can't justify it. I can't justify spending money on games when I already can't keep up with what I have. And so I spend very infrequently when the specific games that I bought, like, again, like that Legacy game we're playing, like, I bought extra copies because they sent me a copy ready to cover. I want more, I'll just buy it.
And
so
selling helps.
Yeah, selling helps justify that as well. But, like, it's just knowing that you're not keeping up anyway, so you're literally just paying money to continue to not keep up even more. Mm-hmm. And if you are keeping up, I don't have an answer for you. It's a good deal. Go ahead and buy it.
You deserve it.
Yeah, you deserve it.
Treat yourself.
Slay, queen.
Alright, should we?
Yeah, we should wrap up. You can go look at the
bottom.
bottom.
We have a game to play, so...
Do we? Oh, freak, we have that thingy. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
We actually do
That's
have a thingy.
why I thought we had a thing at 2:30. I thought that's what you were saying.
No, I forgot about that entirely.
Gotta go. But thank you all for watching. Is this room completely finished now? Is there gonna be another one of these?
What?
Will there be another organizing video? Another organizing live stream?
Yeah. I think we can keep going. I think we still
One
have time.
more?
Yeah, probably one more, and then we'll figure out what chaos comes next.
Alright, guys.
It may or may not be next week. We'll see.
We will see you next week, probably.
Okay.
Nick says, an hour ago I thought the stream would already end anytime soon, but thankfully it seems to have a lot to see tomorrow.
Yeah, there'll be more. There'll be more.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, guys. I'm gonna end stream, but...
I'll go hit the button.
You got it?
Yeah,
I don't mind. Either way.
It's been fun, all.
We'll
Thank
see you
you
all next week. Tune in, same time, same channel.